Warning, this video contains critical levels of yapping. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everybody and welcome back to another awesome Mega Ammo 12 YouTube video. Today we'll be reviewing all the recent leaks in the developer showcases and be sort of explaining what we're looking at and all that and what they could be and what we can look forward to. But before we begin this video, important announcement. I'm in PKSF again. Yay! This means more videos. Yay! PKSF videos. Yay! And maybe more different Aegis related videos. Yay! Okay. Let's get started. The first little leak here was sent by Coded, and right now it just looks like the new menu loading animation. Not animation, but screen. Because right now, as we know, the old menu is just a red. We don't see anything. And before we had like a camera that was looking into the gate room, which looked way better, to be honest. I don't know why they changed it. But now it looks like that they're re-implementing this sort of feature. And hopefully, it'll appear at the gate room again. Or maybe for Wastelanders, it'll appear in the Wastelander spawn. It could be sort of team exclusive. Maybe Raider team, Subject team, all that jazz. But as of now, the game having chunk loading systems now, this might be a little, like a pre-build off of the map. So, yeah. The next little leak here, I'm just gonna fly by this one. It's a new menu, or the Tablist animations, and sort of redesigned with the UI. Yeah, nothing really to see here. It'd be nice if factions, were to be on this bar right here. I hope to see the factions on this bar. It could tell you what faction group you're in and what's your rank in it. Because factions are now moderated, so you can't have something like diabolical on it. But yeah, I look forward to this tablet being updated further. Good job, Coded. And now, leaks from the chairman, which is dylanjkl. Which looks like the divisional corridors reimagined or reimproved. And I'll be sort of discussing which each of these pictures would represent and what they could possibly be. So let's start with this one right here, top right. This is going to be the main like divisional quarters room, because right now the divisional corridors is just a circle with a table, and that table having stuff on it that I'm pretty sure it's classified for me to talk about. So table and empty big circle room. That's all we got right now. But now there's going to be a little diagram on the map, or a hologram, not diagram, of the wasteland. I'm assuming right here is the border. I would assume the big building, and these like towers over here are like just towers. I can't really pinpoint on which towers they are because I don't know what these two corner towers are, or the hell this one that's all the way at Polyax. And yeah, there's a STHD logo here, MDF, and an Aegis. Now, we don't see what's behind this screenshot, but I'm assuming that PKSF might get their own little quarters too. And I'll explain why in a bit. Well, first of all, I should probably get this out of the way. It's because this is like combative quarters. So this STHD, MDF, and I would assume PKSF would be here too. If not, that's cool. We don't need it. Totally. The top left. This is likely a part of the divisional corridors area where they would have a combat simulation, having a tower and a crate and some rocks and little terrain to simulate the wasteland. This is probably where MDF or STHD will go to train new members or train existing members in a small confined area instead of in the wasteland itself. Nothing else to say here, so we'll move on. The bottom left, this screenshot. This, I have no clue what this could be, but I'm assuming it might be something in AAD. Having the only place that these tubes are at is in the chairman's office, so I'm assuming this might be sort of a PKSF station, or maybe something involving with PKSF. Who knows? But right now, I would just assume that this is an AAD area because of all the ventilation and metal grates on the floor and wall. And on the screenshot on the bottom right, this looks like one of the divisional quarters little rooms, or maybe it might be more AD. But seeing the logo here is yellow, this could either mean two things: a unit captain, which unit captains are yellow, but it's probably not that, or the MDF quarters, because of the lockers here, because lockers have stuff in them, and these lockers would probably have clothes. Just in a roleplay scenario, there's not actually clothes in there, but this might be a MDF little training corridors or their little main operations area. And I almost forgot to mention up here, there's a board, which I don't know what that says. These might be, I have no idea. It has emojis on it, so it might be little announcements, server announcements. Like they have this like little like chat announcement thing. I forgot what it's called. Started with a G, but it might get stored here for like to be reviewed on later. But yeah, that's what we got for that. Now this is Lava Overlook with some new ore. Interesting. So I'm gonna bring up this ore later, but right now I'm gonna say that this looks like it's gonna obviously be a really hot ore. So that could like, a lot of ores have different like reactions on the reactor. So Fedora is good for it, and like carbon is bad for it. The weird ice rocks, I forgot what they're called, they're in the tundra. They're also good for the reactor, and uranium can be good for the reactor. But yeah, this might be bad to the reactor. This is bad ore, evil Fedora ore. Official name, by the way, evil Fedora ore. And it looks like you're gonna have to do a little parkour and make sure you don't step your toes in the lava. Hopefully, Chairman, which is probably not gonna happen, would add a hurt system instead of just an instant kill to lava, so that if you do step in it on accident, you don't instantly die and have your stuff like slide in the lava, which would be really annoying. So yeah, I'll come back to this later because it might be important. Next, the motion sensors. The eyeball, and he walks over to the motion sensor, and he shoots at the motion sensor, and it dies. Rest in peace, motion sensor. But yeah, pretty obvious. If anything run past it, it has the eyeball, and then you can place it on like a roof or anything, maybe any sort of flat surface like a part. So this could probably be placed on Pisky or TLS or just anywhere in the facility that has a flat wall or a part. Or this might be able to go on terrain, but I don't know. It hasn't been showcased going on terrain at all, which is like sand or mountain rocks or dirt. We don't know about that yet. But I've been given information by I don't know who, saying that this might be a gadget that MDF would get in some way. Maybe they automatically get it, or they get it from a certain area. I don't know. I just know that they're gonna be able to use it. I'm assuming this won't be a Gamepass, but yeah. Also, another thing to note: it's detecting the chairman while on the Aegis team. So this might be either like just a testing phase, or this might be able to be universally, like a universal motion detector, by just knowing if someone is moving over there, knowing if they're Wastelander or Aegis. That is up to you to assume. Next, this is the old Tram Rework or redesign, which it needed a good redesign for a while because it's just a hole in the ground. I do not understand how that could be a subway or a train system, or maybe this might be a completely different location, and I'm just really dumb. But I'm hoping this is the old tram because this would be really nice to having an actual like area of like defense or combat, or just a unique area to a pretty plain and dead room. And back here, there's some text saying, I think it says, "I am not your mommy" or mummy. Okay, pretty interesting. Next leak. This is gonna be the mall rework, or what would be, well, what might be the mall rework. And I actually found something right there while I was just looking at it. So first of all, top left photo. Cool thing this way. Join the fight, revolution. Yeah, I'm guessing that's just propaganda from Raiders. But we have a new capture point here. Very interesting. There's also a balcony up here, so the mall might have multiple stories. The capture point might serve a unique purpose, or it might just be another standard capture point. But as of now, we do not know like what it could be used for. Next screenshot is a better look at the the main room, which is probably the capture point room. Actually, yeah, there's crates up here, so there's obviously might be a way for you to get up here, up on that little ledge, but it might be very risky being up there, unless you can drop down on anyone that you're fighting. But yeah, it has a cool skylight too, so that's really nice. Bottom left is another angle on the same screenshot, but we see a giant bomb here. And if you didn't know, there is a giant bomb at the front door of the mall. So this might be the leading entrance. And then for the bottom right screenshot, this is very important. This looks like a big elevator shaft that goes up and down. It's an open elevator shaft. Seeing right here, this might be a little control panel for it, but right now it's just a gray brick, so it might have been overseen. Or maybe this is just like a plate covering it. But you might need an item to maybe crack it or blowtorch it open to access the elevator controls, which might lead you to different areas or new areas of the map. Maybe the hidden laboratory might be here. Who knows? It would probably be a better spot than just a inside of a tower pillar on the bridge. But yeah. Next, St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, this gives me gambling vibes, but so far we don't know what this does. We know it's going to be a Gamepass because it's already been posted by the chairman. It's 10k Robux. This might be like sort of a health item, or a shield item, or maybe a healing item, or maybe a different item, unique item. But hoping it's not going to be a disappointment because it's 10k Robux. You're welcome, chairman. I bought the Gamepass. Anyways, I'll post a video on what this actually does. So yeah, as we know, he just like throws a coin in the air and something happens to them. Next, new tower. Ooh. Now by seeing where this water tower and this wooden tower is, this is between the old tram and Sandingo, which is the Wastelander spawn. And this tower is going to be a little more unique than the others. It's going to have the same foundation, but it looks like to get to the roof, you need to go inside the normal ladder, and it's going to be blocked off somehow. And then you're going to have to go through this like broken hole in the wall and climb up here with these wooden boards, which is going to be really exposing for any raiders or even Aegis running up there, because it's facing towards the spawn of Wastelanders, or maybe one of them, and they would be facing towards where Aegis would normally come from, or Divisionals, and they would have a capture point on top of it. So this would be sort of a point of interest. And this bomb, very important. Remember later. Next leak, not Sandingo, JKL. The JKL tower is being completely redesigned, which I really like. I really like that the tower is like sort of shaped differently. I hope a lot of the other towers shape differently and maybe even have different ways to get in, like on top of the roof. So that would be very interesting. But yeah, seeing this rope right here, you can get on top of the tower. And if we scroll through the video some more, you can get on top of the tower from here. So there's going to be two ways for you to get on top of the tower. And seeing from down here, it looks like there won't be any cover on roof. So just JKL. We see in here there's a crate. I forgot which one it is. It's probably a credit crate. And then there's like a part crate inside as well. Also, something to note, these red little squares in between the cracks, these are probably little invisible hit boxes, so you don't like wedge yourself down there. So it's nothing really interesting there, I think. But yeah, JKL. Next, this is a odd place. I would assume this would be sewers, but just like throwing ideas in the minds of the possibilities of the everywhere. But this is a new area, obviously, with a white crate and parts crate. Nothing to really see here. There might be a little opening right up here. There's like a little light or a gap through there, and obviously the bars up here. You might be able to jump on them. I'm unsure, but there's a pathway, runs up there, and it runs down through here. So the entrance, and there doesn't seem to be any sort of way out of this room. So I don't know what this room is even supposed to serve in like lore perspective, but hey, it's a cool room. It looks really nice. The devs are doing pretty good. Also, credit where credit is due. The @ names of who built these areas will be like right here. So if chairman @ people, that means they worked on this. So good job, team. All right, next, the bomb. What is it doing in the air? And what is this? He's opening the bomb, and there's parts. Interesting. maybe a function to detonate a nuclear bomb that didn't go off. And if we scroll down a little bit more here, power core, he's holding a power core. It's AIA and the chairman. What are they looking at? They're looking at this bomb. This is the bomb from within the new tower. So it might have a... I'm gonna throw in an idea that might just work. Well, that just might happen. This might be a another way to blow up everything. So you know how like the reactor reaches a critical level of Kelvin per mass. It's gonna blow up the border. Everyone's gonna die. Evacuate. This might be another sort of catastrophic event that could happen in the game, where raiders might try to rearm the bomb to explode the wasteland and kill everybody. So, and then Aegis might have to do like protocol invasion to stop the bomb from detonating, or else everybody will die. And then there would be a very long cooldown if this succeeds or fails, like maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So that you can't spam this very vulnerable bomb. Something like that. It would be very cool if that was in the game. Next. Hey guys, we need a screwdriver. And then screwdriver right there. The screwdriver might be used to remove some of the coding components, or maybe to insert the reactor core. But yeah, new item, screwdriver. The welding tool might be also used on this, which is pretty interesting. Maybe a battery. Somehow stuff a battery in there and it would work. Oh yeah, the red ore. The red ore might be important for turning on this bomb, because it's in a volcano and it's very hot. So it might cause like big boom because it's very hot. But yeah, I hope the system to arming this bomb is super difficult so that it's not spammed, or if this can even be armed to explode everybody, make it sort of like a rare occurrence or like a big team effort. All right, and the last like little leak we got here. So sad. We want more. It just looks like a little battery slot, or a missing battery slot. I'm going to cut the red wire above the whatever that word says. I don't know. I don't even want to pronounce it. I'm gonna embarrass myself. Oh, and then he says, if that don't work, I think that says fetch a battery. And he tried to cut the wire because it's sparking right there. And assuming this is him, he is burnt to a crisp and he is a skeleton. He got zapped so hard, his skin and organs burnt immediately and his bones remained. That is astonishing. So yeah, you would need to put a battery in there to open whatever this room is. I guess this is a funny guy. I'm guessing this isn't robotics already. Hoping this is a new area. Crossing my fingers. So yeah, that seems to be it. Yeah, that'll be it. Thank you everybody for watching. PKSF videos coming soon. I'll hopefully get one in before the end of this month, because at the end of this month I'm gonna be out for a bit. Alright, later gang. And believe it or not, Chairman actually dropped 2 more leaks right as soon as I was about to start uploading the video. Thanks. Anyways, the first one shows what I would assume to be the new sort of like the gun anchor script thing that Coda has been working on. It shows the people dead having their guns on the floor, which normally they would follow the map if they do. And the old tram. And he says light leak. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh, they're dead. That's so tragic. So that is going to be the old tram, and you can hear that meltdown was going on. So yeah, nothing really much to say about that. Yeah.